Hi, I'm Lucy Wide. I'm a recruitment specialist at the University of Derby. What is a recruitment specialist? As a recruitment specialist at the University of Derby, I oversee the delivery of the daily recruitment activity, right from a vacancy being advertised through to the offer to the successful candidate. I also work on projects to support our resourcing strategy to ensure that we're continually improving our processes and adopting best practice. What led you to a career in recruitment? I studied psychology at the University of Lincoln, and I always knew that I wanted to work with people, but I wasn't quite sure what that would look like. Once I graduated, I applied for a variety of roles, and I was successful for a recruitment assistant position. Once I started the job, I loved it. I loved the variety of the day-to-day role, and just being that small part of someone's career journey, I found really rewarding. What is it like working at the University of Derby? I thoroughly enjoy working at the university. I think from the moment you walk through the front door, there's a very friendly and welcoming feel. In the time that I've been here, I've had a lot of support from my manager and my teammates and wider department, and without them, I wouldn't have been able to progress and develop as much as I have. Between departments, there's a lot of cross collaboration, and everyone that you come across is more than willing to help. I think what makes Derby great is that everyone's working towards the same goal and has those students at the heart of everything that they do. What is your top tip for CVs, cover letters, and interviews? Here at the University of Derby, we operate an application form process which you must complete to be considered for a role. Most of our roles are not able to upload a CV or a cover letter with the application, as we operate anonymous shortlisting, which means that when your application is being shortlisted, the panel are not able to see any of your personal information. There are some roles where you can upload a CV and cover letter, so should you wish to do this, I'd recommend that you keep your CV as concise and short as possible. You may also wish to anonymise this. In terms of cover letters, if you are applying for a role where this is allowed, we would recommend that you use this to demonstrate why you are a good fit for the role and the university. There's no need to include any information that you've already covered in your application form. My top tip for interviews would be prepared. Research the organisation and also make a list of examples with lots of evidence of skills that you've done, so you can demonstrate these in your answers to support them further. In what positions do you consider external applicants? Here at the University of Derby, the majority of the roles that we advertise are open for anyone to apply for. We have a wide range of roles, right from academic roles such as lecturers, right through to professional services roles with departments such as finance, IT, estates and HR. If you're looking to apply for a role with us, you'll need to submit an application through our website, and you can use the apply now button to submit. If a role is for internal candidates only, it will state that in bright red writing at the top of the advert. What is your favourite part of being a recruitment specialist? My favourite part of being a recruitment specialist is working on projects that continually improve our candidate experience. Knowing that someone has come to us and had an amazing experience, regardless of whether they're successful or not, is one of my biggest priorities. One of my favourite projects that I've worked on is our candidate charter, which outlines our commitments to our candidates and outlines what they can expect from our recruitment processes. It's amazing to be able to work on projects knowing that you're going to make a difference. What is the most challenging aspect of your role? I would say the most challenging part of my job is the unknown. You can start a day not knowing what is going to hit you, and sometimes you need to react to situations quite quickly to be able to support or resolve. You never know what you're going to get, but that's also one of the things that I love about the job. I quite like being kept on my toes, so it keeps me going. How do I transition into a new career like recruitment from a very different pathway such as academia or medicine? I would say if you're looking to transition career, then when you're applying for new roles, think about your transferable skills. In an application, a recruiter is going to be looking for specific skills that are applicable to that role. Use examples from your current or previous roles to be able to demonstrate that you've had experience doing that skill, and link it to how you would apply it in the role that you're applying for. For example, in recruitment, communication is key. If you've worked in academia or in medicine, it's likely that your communication is going to be great. So use examples that demonstrate how you've done that in the past and how you would apply it in the future. Using examples in your application will help to support your answers to really give depth and demonstrate those skills. And that should help you put in a good application to be able to move into a different career. How has technology changed your job over the last few years? I'd say the technology that we use has changed quite drastically. From my first role, where we were logging everything on a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet and everything was quite manual tasks, we're now using an applicant tracking system, which enables us to use the technology to enhance the recruitment process. So that could be automated emails, it could be using a system to enable you to shortlist more efficiently. All of those things help to speed up the process, but also keep that experience positive for candidates. We like to have a lot of manual touch points so that the recruitment process is more personal, but having the technology there to enable a quicker and more efficient process really does benefit us. What top bit of advice would you give to someone wanting to become a recruitment specialist? For anyone wanting to join the world of recruitment, my top bit of advice would be take the time to build your relationships. You need to build your relationships with both candidates and hiring managers to ensure that your recruitment succeeds. Sometimes it's about putting those people first and always ensuring that they are at the heart of everything that you do.